Welcome back to Metal Rules TV, where the playground meets the underground.
What?
Where the underground meets the playground. I had to make sure you guys are still awake.
Yeah, right.
Do you guys know the Butter song? So in the news, Italian power metal band KALEDON, I guess, or KALEDON?
KALEDON, yeah.
KALEDON, something like that.
Or KALEDON.
KALEDON.
I think it's KALEDON.
KALEDON.
You think it's KALEDON?
KALEDON?
No, it doesn't have an A. Like kale.
What do you guys think? KALEDON or
Like kale and Don, like KALEDON.
KALEDON?
KALEDON.
I would say that them being Italian, they say the E probably.
Yeah. KALEDON.
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 KALEDON. What was it, right? What were we talking about? Queensrÿche.
It was their new lead singer.
Yeah.
Was,
Lataria.
Lataria.
Yeah, you give him the extra thing and then sing on the
Oh
end.
yeah, he's got an Italian name or
Yeah.
something like that, right?
Yeah. So they're going to release a new album, Altor, The King's Blacksmith. The cover looked pretty cool, too. It had, like, the
Yeah.
guy. It's like a blacksmith. He had, like, an earring. Did you notice that? Did you guys see that?
He
see it?
smithed his own earring out of gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys did notice that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Coming out April 23rd via Scarlet Records. That's a Italy label. They've been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Metal Rules they used to advertise in Metal Rules. They're like a long time label.
Mm.
It was recorded in Rome, and it features guest appearances by Italian vocalist Fabio Lione. Can you believe he's Italian? Fabio Lione.
Could be like Faith.
No, he can't be. He can't be. I think he's French.
He's from Rhapsody of Fire and Camelot.
Okay.
KALEDON.
I know it sounds a bit bizarre.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about KALEDON?
KALEDON, I listened to the song Surprise Impact. It was a cool music video, perfect, metal, clear vocals, and the singer looks like Jesus.
Yep.
I'll give it a 10 out of 10, best I heard so far.
Wow.
Wow.
Because he wanted to...
That's 2 10 out of 10s
I
tonight.
am.
Yeah.
And he wanted to play up to Jesus. You're a kiss-ass Jesus fan. You're always kissing that guy's ass.
Yeah, right.
What do you think? You're going to get some extra special Christmas gifts or something?
Yeah.
What did you think?
I liked them. I like those, like, high vocals, like those, those the metal of the 80s, the high,
Yeah.
clean vocals.
Mm-hmm.
I like death metal too, but I think I'm more of a fan with those more.
I know you're more of a fan of power metal than death metal. You can say it. Just because Mortal Joe would play some death metal.
Well,
to be honest.
see, like I'm not like that big of a power metal fan. I do like. I mean, I don't know. Iron Maiden kind of gets lumped into that style. I don't think they're a power metal band, but I know they spawned a lot of this style. But I don't know. There was something about it I didn't really dig. I don't think the music was fitting what the vocalist could do. You know what I mean? Like, to me, I thought it would be more musical, and it wasn't.
Really?
It was pretty straightforward musically. So, I don't
I
know.
wouldn't say it was like complicated. A lot of death metal is very technical too, and I don't think this was like that type of metal, but I liked it. I more simplistic.
Well, that's what I mean. It was,
Yeah.
not very musical at all. Just like very straightforward.
Straightforward,
and-
yeah. Kind of like the 80s.
Which is not like the tradition of power metal bands. Usually it's more over the top.
Right.
In every aspect.
More technical.
Yeah.
If you notice, there's a difference between there's the power metal bands. There's some of the power metal bands like I'm drawing a blank what they're called, but some of the bands from Finland that bring one up. Until I draw a blank because I should have wrote a note.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I don't listen to much power metal, but
But I mean, if you go to another country, besides Finland,
right.
Whatever country Blind Guardian and bands like that are from, like that's
That's what I'm talking about. Blind Guardian and
they're
those
not really
bands.
from Finland.
I don't know, but those kind of bands.
Yeah.
But I like the Italian power metal bands. They're a little heavier. There used to be a band called Labyrinth.
Yeah, I remember them.
Yeah, which I really liked, and they were an Italian power metal band. They're a little more majestic, but they're heavier. And I think Scott said they're less complicated.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm like a dumb metalhead. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like my music dumbed down. I don't want to be like, I don't want too much going on where I start having to think too much.
I hear you.
I want a good riff.
Like the movie Inception, where you had to think what happened every time.
That movie was
Yeah,
great, though.
exactly. You tell the camera what happened when we watched Inception.
Watching Inception, there was like a different scene every 5 seconds.
And how long did we watch Inception for?
Like 24 minutes.
You gotta watch. Seriously, though, dude. You gotta
We
watch.
turned it off.
You have to finish
No,
that movie.
I was totally irritated within 20 minutes.
Oh man, I saw that in
Yeah.
the theater,
It
and I
was
was like,
really confusing.
I was like, you know what? This is a really cool movie, but I'm gonna have to sit down and watch it at home when it comes out on DVD.
No,
And I have watched it on DVD probably 15 times.
when we saw a dream in front of a dream in front of another dream, I was like, fuck this, I'm out of here.
That's it, we're done. We're
They're
done.
like on a train.
What did
and
we
the
end up
train
watching?
closed, then there was like a flood, then there was like
Right,
a
right.
hurricane, and the towers were falling. Like, what the?
What did we end up watching instead? And we liked it. Do you remember?
Meatballs.
We watched Meatballs.
You went from
Yeah.
Inception to Meatballs.
That's how I roll. I'm like, I can understand this. I see this before. Bill Murray, he talks funny when he touched boob.
That's great, dude.
We did. We went from Inception to Meatballs. Meatballs. Daddy, meatballs.
So you went from a movie to where you totally had to be either you get sucked into the plot or not.
It was not meatballs.
To
but it was
Meatballs.
fun.
That's
That's
awesome.
because Grandma Boys wasn't available at the time. Or we would have totally gone for a Rockstar.
Yeah,
We would have
yeah.
totally gone and watched that instead.
Awesome. But hey, Meatballs is a classic. I'm not
Love Meatballs. I showed Meatballs to him. I tried to raise him on all the 80s movies that...
Remember we started watching that Jesus movie when Ed and Luanza were here?
Yeah.
Which movie?
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can't take that. I don't like musicals.
Especially musicals about Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Although we should, because Caledon's singer looks like Jesus.
Yes, he
We
does.
did, comes back to the Jesus thing.
Maybe he
Jesus
played the
Christ
role in
pose.
that. He probably played the role in that.
Now that's
He would have to be like 70 to play the role in that. That movie came out in the 60s. Didn't it?
1970.
Yeah, early
72,
70s, yeah.
something like that.
I thought nobody watched it.
Yep.
Like hippies and.
But the Caledon might be all right. We'll see.
Yeah, Caledon said it makes me want to adopt a dragon as a pet.
What?
You know, they're talking about, it's a lot of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it's like all
Yeah,
dragons
yeah, yeah.
and sword wielding heroes.
But I liked it. For this kind of style, like I said, there was another band I was trying to remember without having, like, I don't like doing too much research. I'm kind of lazy. I don't want to. If I really wanted to be technical, I could have gone back, and I know we interviewed some Italian power metal band in one of these issues, and I could have gone through all 17 issues
Find out
and
what's-
looked for it, but I really didn't feel like doing it, to be honest. It's not that important.
Right.
But there are some Italian power metal bands that are really good, and I think Italy's good for Italian power metal bands, even though they didn't invent spaghetti.
Right.
Anyway, can I get something on the open right now?
Sure.
It's not gravy, it's sauce.
Sauce.
Can we just do that right now for all you Italians out there?
I want some gravy. No,
It's
No.
tomato
meatball
sauce. It's not gravy.
Shush.
See, my family is Sicilian. And
They're wrong.
It was gravy.
They're wrong.
No, they're not wrong.
You're totally wrong. I want you to look it up in the dictionary and find out what gravy says. It does not say
What
tomato
goes on
sauce.
turkey?
Well, no, you put it on like a gravy.
You don't
Or
put gravy
Gravy is
on
brown and it
meatballs.
goes on turkey.
No.
Gravy goes on
Yes, I
turkey,
agree.
not spaghetti and meatballs.
You're out, Italian.
Sorry.
You and Caledon could take your gravy.
Take me away.
I'm going to put tomato sauce in your turkey next year and see how you like it.
It might be good. You never know. I like turkey.
With tomato sauce on it?
Sure.
You're going to get very sleepy afterwards. Anything else on Caledon?
No.
Calgon.
Tryptophan.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Calgon, take me away.
speaking of Italian, this one girl in my class, she told us a story that her uncle, his mother, threw a knife at his butt
What?
because he was late. He threw a knife at his butt. He was cutting something he threw it.
See, your tires are too violent. You guys are eating too much tomato sauce and calling it gravy.
Yeah.
Throwing knives in people's asses. It's not nice. It's not nice, KALEDON. Are you doing that, KALEDON? That's not nice.
I don't think KALEDON's
I'm not going to support the Italian power metal scene anymore. You guys are throwing knives at people's butts. What was the reason? Because they were late?
Yeah, because they're like late.
That's really harsh to throw a knife at
That is
somebody's
pretty
ass
harsh.
because they're late. Come on, KALEDON. You could do better than that.
Yeah. See, I don't think that's one of the traditions that was carried down from the Romans.
Yeah.
I really don't.
It might be. Don't you guys barf and stuff too after you eat?
What? What?
Don't all your women have hairy arms?
No.
And hairy teats?
Everything.
And that's what we have in KALEDON.
Great.